Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, smash that like button, share these videos with your friends and families. We're on our way to 1 million. But look, these are some of the videos that make me feel like our reality is pretty much glitching. A lot of people have been talking about it. Y'all been sending me these videos, so I just went ahead and put them in a compilation, and we're gonna go ahead and look at these things together. Just know I'm not trying to get you to believe in anything. Use your own mind, tell me what y'all think about this video, and we're gonna do this together like always. But look, positive vibes only, and just know if you're going through a tough time, you're not in this by yourself. We're going through this thing called life together over here. Let's get it.
Age 5, you go to school, and school is fun because you make friends, but school is hard because they give you homework. And you start to learn a few things, and those things turn into a job. Maybe that job becomes a career someday, and before you know it, you've learned quite a few things. You've met quite a few people. Maybe you find someone or a group of people you want to spend your time with, and your life is looking pretty great. But it's looking pretty full. You see, one thing grown-ups are always good at is remembering to fill our calendars. And one thing we're terrible at is leaving enough room for wonder. To be okay with not having it all figured out, and that's all I ask of you tonight. It's not going to take much effort, just a little shift in your perspective. But if you're willing to play, I promise you, it will be fun. But most importantly, you will find that in the midst of all that great stuff, it is still quite possible to leave yourself just enough room for wonder. And if you're willing to go on the journey with me tonight, well, then I'm going to try to show you some things that before tonight maybe seemed impossible.
There's a real reason why they're pushing the alien disclosure right now, and it's not what you think. What I'm about to tell you will change how you see everything happening. The elites are preparing for an alien disclosure, not because they're suddenly caring about the truth. They're doing it because they've lost control of the narrative. Thousands of people are waking up and raising their frequency. And when you raise your frequency, you start perceiving dimensions that they don't want you accessing. You start seeing through the illusion, you see? So they're going to use an alien disclosure as a limited hangout to give you some truth to distract you from the bigger truth. The bigger truth is you are not just human consciousness in a body. You are a multi-dimensional infinite awareness temporarily focused in a physical form. The same cosmic intelligence that created galaxies is operating through you right now. They tell you about aliens to keep you looking outward for salvation, but the real awakening happens when you start looking inward and recognizing that you already are connected to the infinite intelligence that they have been hiding. That's a disclosure that actually terrifies them.
Now I'm getting scared because this is like the third time I've tried to post this damn video, and either my sound goes out or the video won't save or something. So just bear with me. There was a video where a guy said he's been able to start seeing shit because he feels like the veil is being lifted. And to the ones that know, you know. And to the ones that don't know, you're gonna say, oh, he's just going through schizophrenia. No. We're talking about seeing shit that's not supposed to be seen by our eye. Like this. I seen this on my fucking ceiling when I was laying in the dark one time. And when I tried to post this shit on TikTok, the video wiped away. I couldn't find it anymore, and I couldn't find my comment.
Look, and I see a female straddling me. I was shocked. I thought, how did you get in my house? Who are you? And I look on the side of the bed, and there's one with her knees tucked under her, and she had her hands cupped on her knees. The one closer to me, I see her cups her fingers like that, locks them together behind my head, and drags me over and buries my face. I'm suffocating. Put my two teeth and just nipped. Something hit the back of my throat. It felt like I drank acid. And then instantly the two of them start telepathically communicating. The blonde one was actually saying, he's done this wrong. This isn't like the last time. And I'm coughing. I start coughing. I look up, they're gone. There was a hair. We got some really strange results here. The completely different DNA where the root was tall, blonde, Scandinavian looking, Gaelic Basque. And then the shaft of the hair showed the rarest Chinese mitochondrial DNA. Now, that's impossible.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. See, nothing like that can possibly ever happen to me. I got like a crazy mindset, man. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. It'd be an intergalactic war if you come into my crib and you spit an intergalactic booger down my throat and it burn my throat. It's intergalactic war from right there and out. I'm gonna figure out all the technologies and I'm coming to get y'all. I'm gonna blow your whole damn planet up. Y'all feel me? Like, that shit crazy. Don't come into my house. See, that's all. I pause. Don't come into my house. Spit shit in my throat. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. Y'all believe it? Hell nah. Hey, could be me. Could be me.
Finley's shadow. Okay. Turn to the side. Turn to the side more. Look at me. Why? What is happening? I don't get it. Are you an alien?
Why is no one talking about what's really going down? U.S. and Israel military integration? Since when? Our media is so censored that I just found out yesterday, and you probably don't even know, Israel took the president of Ireland's sister hostage and tortured her on camera a month ago. Okay, so maybe you don't know about the massive protests against the ICE agencies that's going on in New Jersey because they're literally kidnapping and holding innocent people as hostages within their facility in inhumane conditions. A good 70% of those people don't even have a record. Why are they in there? 43 plus countries have suspended shipping goods to America. 43 plus. People from foreign nations are flying into our country and not being allowed access, even with all 100% perfect and accurate documentation. And the underage girls that are being detained in these ICE facilities are somehow turning up pregnant. And they're going to remove them from the facilities and transport them to an island where they can receive better care. Honey, there's only one way to impregnate anything human. And let's not forget Germany, Canada, Denmark, Spain, Mexico, UK, and Finland have all issued travel warnings to the US. Basically telling their people, don't take your ass over there or over here. These used to be political allies. We're in the dark. We're in the dark. America is the back rooms. It's the back rooms. This is Schitt's Creek, and we're up it.
You think you know why the U.S. backs Israel? You're wrong.
What's the truth?
It's not blackmail. It's not shared values. Israel runs the only human laboratory on Earth, a place where you can test population control tech under the cover of war.
A lab?
Journalist Anthony Lowenstein calls Gaza the perfect laboratory. Drones, AI targeting, facial recognition. Every tool is tested on Palestinians before it's sold worldwide.
And that's why the U.S. backs them.
Chris Hedges said it straight. The Palestinians are human laboratory rats to the Israeli military, tried out on the captive population, often with lethal results.
So the tech gets battle-tested in Gaza, then sold abroad?
Exactly. That's why Israeli arms exports hit $19 billion in 2025. And the U.S. isn't just buying, it's integrating. Section 224 of the new defense bill fuses U.S. and Israeli military tech into one system. AI, cyber, biotech, everything.
So the same surveillance used on Palestinians
will be used on you, in your cities, at your borders, on your phone. The lab was never just about them. It was practice.
SolarCast runs on truth, and truth runs on those who value it. If you've been fed, consider feeding the archive. SigillaMalexio.com.
So did y'all hear about how these scientists opened up a 5,000-year-old mummy and found something that may still be alive? So naturally, they ate it. Now, most people would naturally assume that ancient mummies are completely dead. But no, these researchers found a mummy that they estimated to be a bit over 5,000 years old with microbes inside them. Microbes that are still alive that survived way longer than anybody could even fathom. Think about that. 5,000 years. Longer than most recorded history, longer than most modern civilizations. Quite literally something endured, something microscopic endured all that time. How is that even possible? Now, scientists believe that certain microbes can enter like a severe survival state, extreme survival, where they go into like a biological hibernation, and that's how they're able to last this long. But that just makes you wonder, what else has been surviving for thousands of years that we're not even aware is currently alive right now? Because if microscopic life can last for thousands of years, what else is hidden underneath the ice, the caves, the mountains, places that we've yet to explore, in the oceans? What else is out there with full life from thousands of years ago still existing today? But the biggest plot twist by far of this whole story is the fact that the scientists decided to take it a step further and go ahead and separate the microorganisms, the yeast activated through these microbes, and make a loaf of bread to go ahead and consume, because studying it was not enough. They wanted to taste their research. Digging up ancient remains is already wild as it is, not letting things rest, but going ahead and trying to consume parts of these ancient remains is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. But let me know what you guys think about this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you heard this story. If you haven't, save this video, go look into it. Per usual, this is all alleged. Can't confirm or deny any information. Definitely implore you to do your research. Whatever else I find out, I'll be back. Like, follow, stay for some more tea. And if you like more interesting topics like this, grab your copy of 50 Forbidden Mysteries. Link is in the bio. Feel free to join the private group chat.
And that's why, you know, the ancient pyramids, they used to eat the mummies in the pyramids and stuff like that, even out here in the mountains, because they said that they were magic. They were magic. Same thing with the Henrietta Lacks immortal bloodline, the cells. Same thing with that, over and over and over again. These people are obsessed with trying to be immortal in this current body that we're in, but it's crazy. You will not get to transcend, especially doing stuff like that. It's just outright diabolical. But shall we go on?
Is something about to happen? Do you feel it too? Like this weird restlessness, this sort of impending preparation? With the UAP files being released, with Trump coming out with these weird AI-generated alien images, and then we've got a lot of stuff happening around July 4th for the 250th anniversary of the USA, and then the FIFA World Cup happening on July 19th. I can't help but wonder, is this going to be the time? The time that they finally release what they've been threatening to release for a long time? Is it going to be a Project Bluebeam situation with a false alien invasion? Or maybe is it going to be the false resurrection of Jesus Christ? Or are they just going to schedule out, could be a mass blackout attack? Or the other thing that I'm seeing as a potential is basically a staged terrorist attack, unfortunately, at either one of these events. What I recommend is stay home, watch it from a distance, and keep your discernment up, because with millions of people tuning in, this is the perfect time to divert our attention, to create a false narrative, and to plant some fear into people's minds. The time is now, and we are all ready to wake up.
So did y'all hear about the psychic that basically said there's going to be an abduction during the World Cup games on June 24th, I believe is the date? And then do y'all remember I just did a video talking about Disclosure Day, and I told y'all to pay attention to the timing of when the movie is coming out. So then I started thinking about the two in conjunction. And just hear me out. So, if I wanted the world's attention, not the city, not the country, I'm talking about the world, where would I stage the largest symbolic event? One more time, just in case somebody didn't hear me. Where would I stage the world's biggest symbolic event? Would I do it on a random Tuesday? Would I do it in a location where nobody is paying attention? I would do it during the world's biggest, largest global event. An event where billions of eyes are already looking in the same direction. Biggest clues I've noticed over time are not always hidden. They're right there in plain sight. People just stop noticing them. Now, whether you believe in Project BB or not, the theory itself is fascinating. Because it's about aliens and spaceships, it's really about perception, like I've been saying. And what has this entire year been about? Perception, AI, reality, deep fakes, synthetic humans, Like, I can't believe I'm saying that. Surveillance, smart cities, questioning institutions. I mean, questioning everything, really. This year itself has been about, can you trust what you're seeing? Now, back to the timing piece, because in talking about disclosure, and I told y'all even the name itself was very interesting, because they could have chose any name, but they chose disclosure. The revealing of something hidden. While at the same time the internet is buzzing, the movie theaters are buzzing with talks of aliens, World Cup theories, PBB theory, advanced technology theory. I'm not saying it's proof of anything. I'm just saying when the conversation keeps being had about the same thing over and over, I pay attention. If I wanted the world's attention, I would do it at the World Cup. Not because it's sports, but it's because it's collective attention. Different nations, different languages, different cultures, billions of eyes, one event. And if attention is currency like they say, then I guess the World Cup is the richest bank there is. And this is where my decoding brain kicked in. Mind you, I know absolutely nothing about the World Cup. I know nothing about sports. I do not look at stats. I don't look at ranks. I don't care about none of that shit. I look at symbolism. I look at archetypes. Look at the story that humanity has been living through this whole entire year. Let me ask y'all, what is the mascot? If we could pick a mascot, what will be the mascot for this year? Not the official mascot. I'm talking about the symbolic mascot, the energetic mascot, the archetype, the lesson, the story. That's what I'm talking about. When I think about 2026, I don't necessarily see brute force or domination. For me, I don't see war personally. What I see is awakening. What I see is disclosure. I see them hidden things becoming more and more visible each day. I see bridges being built between old realities and new ones. I see the beauty in people questioning every single thing they've been taught. I believe I heard somewhere that Spain and France are the favorite. Again, I know absolutely nothing about any of this. However, symbolically, I'm your girl, because both of them are very interesting. France represents revolution, challenging old systems, questioning authority, the collapse of old structure. Spain represents exploration or expansion, discovery, crossing into new territory, or the old world meeting the new world. If I'm doing this based off of pure symbolism, I gotta be honest with y'all, because the team that is jumping out to me is not Spain or France. It's Morocco. Morocco represents that bridge of Africa to Europe, East and West, ancient and modern, old knowledge, new knowledge. It's like the crossing of a threshold. What have I been talking about all year? Thresholds, transitions, disclosure, old world meeting the new world. Then another team popped up into my head, Japan. Why? Because what has this year been saturated with? AI, technology, future realities, synthetic being, synthetic environments, digital consciousness. Am I predicting a winner? Not yet. What I am predicting is the symbolism. Once again, if I was looking for a team that matches the story this year, again, it's not the favorite. I would look at the teams that represent transformation, awakening, bridging worlds, disclosure. So not domination, but transformation. Got it? Every single year has a story, and the teams are just going to mirror what the people or the collective is going through at the time. Don't believe me? Just go back to all of my Super Bowl decode videos and you're going to see exactly what I mean. As I said before, the theme for 2026 is not truly about aliens. It's about, what am I looking at, and is it even real? Regardless if something happens or not, that is what I need you to be asking yourself. Y'all get in them comments and let me know your thoughts. As always, peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Right now, we are in the 7th simulation, or age, if you will. Here's a short history of humanity's time on Earth after the arrival of the Anunnaki, and I'm getting this from a YouTube channel called Ancient Signal. Before the arrival of the Anunnaki to the Earth realm, there was a 12-stranded, multi-dimensional beings called the Namlu, who lived as one with the earth and her creatures. As in the movie Avatar, which I believe is actually our true history, Well, along comes an invading species that are desperate for energy since they have destroyed their own world by going so deeply into the material world that they cut off their connection to Source by melding with their technology, which turned them into silicon beings. They are human computers. The invaders needed to trick the Namlu into physical bodies in order to power the Anunnaki systems, but a civilization that is cut off from Source is vibrating too low to take in the high frequency of the Namlu, so the Anunnaki have to find a way to create an artificial simulation over the Earth and then convince the Namlu to go into it. Once inside this simulation, inside bodies that are now only three-dimensional, the Namlu can feel pain, which releases the kind of energy, the low frequency, that the Anunnaki can feed on. The first try at controlling humanity is called the Polarian epoch. Humans were not fully dense because of the gravity algorithm had not been properly calibrated. They put the Namu in chains and they simply disintegrated their bodies and went back to the multiverse because they never lost contact with it. And when we talk about the Polarian epoch, I imagine we're talking about the Garden of Eden at the North Pole, where you have the four rivers going out. And I believe this is where we first came into physicality. This also is what Edgar Cayce said.
Bro, WTF, did anyone catch the World Cup open ceremony? Was it me, or did it look like the United States underwater? And does this look like the 2020 to 2024 eclipse path that went over the United States?
Not gonna lie, that looked exactly like it, right? Y'all watching this video currently, smash that like button. Let me know who remembers me doing videos on this when it was happening, and what the different towns were that it was passing through when it did this. Forgot all about it until they just showed this. It's a good thing that, you know, we got other eyes on. That's what they're talking about, the consciousness and the awakening. Like, there's a lot more people that's understanding and really looking at what's really going on. And you know what though, when you wake up to it, you're not really in fear of what's happening. You're just here for the information and you seeing what's going on. And I do appreciate y'all for taking this journey and being on this path. You know, not saying that you have to be a crazy person for, oh my gosh, you're into conspiracy theories. No, you're just looking at the information that's presented. Most people are afraid to even look into this type of stuff. It makes them feel uncomfortable. Y'all the dope ones. Wow.
Am I bugging, or was something off about it?
That's crazy.
This is the angle that reminded me of that old Navy map of the United States underwater. This is just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything.
I think, like, looking at that, I see us on the grid. So what's going to happen with our grid? Is that, you know, are y'all following along? That to me looks like it's a grid, or our reality is the veil is thinning. I don't know.
Probably not related at all, but I just made a video on the Super El Nino that was just confirmed. and I tried to digress and see this at the World Cup.
I have goosebumps, people! I'm sure you know that the billionaires are finalizing their touch-ups on their bunkers that they've built inside mountains and underneath. My ex is in charge of one of them. I won't mention the billionaire he works for. And he offered to have me come stay in one. And I said, no. In fact, I said, fuck no. And it wasn't an act of love, it was an act of need, because I have some very unusual talents that help in times of need. He wanted me to be part of the program. No, he's a narc. He's as worse as Trump. So, the billionaires are going to be entombed in their bunkers. I hope never to come back out. So, they started accumulating a lot of food the end of 24, and canned food lasts well beyond the expiration date, and water. So they think they're going to be safe. Well, I can think of things that I'd like to have happen so they don't come out. With that, I will say goodbye. I'm a little groggy today. I did a whole bunch of twisting and turning yesterday afternoon that my body is going ouch about today. I mean, I got myself in spaces that I thought I was going to be stuck in. Needed to get something done. So, okay, loves. Talk to you later.
In case you didn't hear, in the last 48 hours, the NOAA officially confirmed a Super El Nino advisory. It is essentially guaranteed now that a Super El Nino is coming. We are in one as we speak. Additionally, they have essentially confirmed severe weather will be seen across the entire continental United States and much of the world. Let's chop it up. So for those of you who don't understand what a Super El Nino is, well, an El Nino is a changing weather climate circumstance in which essentially we're going to experience an increased amount of typhoons on the West Coast. And historically, based on what we're seeing, this is going to be one of the largest ever, meaning we are also most likely going to experience severe amounts of rainfall in the South, specifically Texas, Louisiana, and Florida. Additionally, the last time we saw weather circumstances like this, Florida had the most active tornado season they have ever experienced in the 1980s. Up north, you can expect severe winters, high levels of ice, so severe cold with a lot of moisture. Perfect for ice circumstances. I would also anticipate an increased level of snowfall. This chart here shows temperature variance in the sea in degrees Celsius. If you look, it is anticipated that this is going to be the highest upper level ocean temperatures we have ever experienced. We're looking at potentially the worst El Nino in 200 years. What does this mean for you? How do you prepare? Well, what you need to do first is you need to begin the process of stockpiling water. Should you lose power, now in Texas, we will lose power if we experience a severe freeze. You know this, okay? You need to stockpile water. It's estimated that you're gonna need somewhere between half a gallon and 1 gallon per person per day. If you do not have the square footage in your home to stockpile this amount of water, what you're going to want to do is stockpile water treatment tablets. This can allow you to fill up just about any container and treat large quantities of water. If money is not an issue, you can also invest in what is called life straws, which will allow you to drink even pretty dirty water out of any usable container. I also highly recommend beginning the process of saving for a small generator. If power outages are experienced during times of severe flood or rain, life-threatening circumstances are inevitable. So you need to make sure you have some way to maintain power. Even a small generator can allow you the opportunity to have communication, meaning you can keep your phone charged should you need to call for help. I would also highly recommend beginning to stockpile canned food, things that you can eat cold, things that you do not need to heat. But it is going to be very important. Please, for the love of God, do not forget, if you are going to stockpile canned food, please keep a can opener in your storage. Next 6 months, it is going to be very important that you keep your eyes on the weather and pay attention if any evacuation or emergency notices are issued. Heed these warnings. Do not ignore them. When they come out, it is often almost already too late to leave. Okay, so you need to pay attention to the weather in your area, especially this winter and this hurricane season. Share this video with your people so they understand what's going on in our country. And as always, prepare yourself, protect yourself, but don't tell nobody about it.
They have videos on like the weather getting real bad, right? And think about an El Nino to this magnitude, about the cool air and the warm air mixing, and then the warming of the oceans. Think about that on a scale that we haven't seen in our lifetime. We've seen some crazy storms like EF5 tornadoes and crazy category, hurricanes. Imagine, I don't even want to imagine like what I seen a documentary on like a EF6 tornado and what the weather can possibly get to. Like the E5s are already like a mile, 2 miles wide, 200 plus miles per hour winds that shreds people's houses to the foundation. Imagine something bigger than that, cracking the cement of their foundations too sometimes, even pulling the doors off of people's storm shelters, which is crazy. I couldn't imagine. So yes, definitely pay attention to the weather, man, because it could get ugly. Not saying that it is, I hope that it don't, but it could get ugly. If you're in Texas, you probably cooked.
So I guess they want to keep y'all distracted because the videos I am posting telling y'all about the distractions, they're doing this to them. So I'm going to try to put this video on here and see how this works. I don't know how it's going to come out, but we're going to see. They have y'all distracted with so many things. They had y'all distracted with all those viruses nobody is talking about anymore. They had y'all distracted with this list. They had y'all distracted with celebrities. They had y'all distracted with the Northeast, West, South, what they putting on there in different countries. They got y'all distracted with this person in the White House. They got y'all distracted with so many things. But what's right in front of you? Baby, these clouds are getting lower. These so-called clouds. Because I know what it is. And I'm above 5D. I ain't gonna even do the 3D, 5D no more because I'm above 5D. The clouds are getting lower. The so-called clouds, I know what they are getting lower. I've been paying attention to this for so long. I've been noticing the haze. It'll be clear, and on some days it'll be hazy. Like, you really have to pay attention. Yeah, they got y'all distracted with so many things, bruh. So many things. But what's right in front of you? What they're doing right in front of you. These clouds are becoming lower. People's health. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna, cause they'll strike this shit so fast, they'll give me all type of violations. They have y'all distracted, and you're not paying attention to what's right in front of you. Baby, these clouds are getting lower. Understand what is being done. Silent weapons for quiet wars is real, baby. They use it in everything. It's a lot of silent weapons going on right now. A lot. But you are distracted with so many things and these games they got going on. I told y'all about the three solar flares in the 23 states. Told y'all. The Knicks won. They got the New York people in their emotions. Maybe the emotions, and they finna have more and multiple people go to New York. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So they have y'all distracted, baby. They have y'all distracted. You just need to pay attention to what's in front of you. Love y'all. Peace.
I mean, I hate when they keep saying y'all distracted. No, we're just paying attention. We're paying attention. I think more and more people are paying attention. I'm pretty sure y'all can attest to that in the comments down below. Not everybody is distracted because you're watching things. I think more people now are paying attention more than ever. And we're starting to come together on this. But it's nothing that you can do about it. Even the people that live in New York, they're going to have to be there in New York. I'm not telling y'all what to do. Don't go out, celebrate, have fun, live your life while you're here, but don't live in fear. That's all I got to say. One thing she could be talking about is the clouds are getting lower. I seen this girl, she said she had a dream about the clouds getting lower. Let me fast forward. Pretty much she said that the sky was falling down and the people started jumping into the water and stuff to get away from the falling skies. Is that one thing that she's referencing, or is there something else that y'all think it could be that she's talking about, like the dust particles, the metals that they're spraying in the skies? We already talked about that, but I'm thinking she's talking about the falling skies. I done heard many different theories on what could be happening, and maybe all these things might happen in the future, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be one singular thing, and I think it's more pointing towards the solar flare for sure.
The wokest woman online just exposed herself as a fraud. If you consider yourself to be liberal, you've probably seen a post from Sienna. She posts conspiracy theories on the golf course and ends, "Oh yeah, this is my driver."
Not
the
my
woman
driver.
who's exposed all kinds of
Not this is my driver.
Conspiracy theories about the right just did a branded content post with Meta.
Hey Meta, I'm all alone today. Can you keep me company?
That one post changes everything. She is done. We're talking about a person who's talking about all kinds of government conspiracies and cover-ups when she's up here promoting defense contractors. And this isn't even a conspiracy theory. This is well documented. This is a press release from Andrew. Remember, Palmer Luckey used to work for Meta because he founded Oculus. Literally a week ago, Wire had this expose talking about a secret code for face recognition on Meta glasses. Meta got caught and then they deleted the code. And obviously they are letting her have it in the comments. This is someone who grew to over 1 million followers in less than a year by being a so-called truth teller. Because a year ago, she was just posting photos of herself playing golf and no one cared because it's boring content. But then on July 2nd, she posted her first conspiracy theory video.
Did you know that Neuralink in the Gematria calculator, if it's in the isometric, the numbers will come out to 666? It's a little spooky, but anyways, this is my driver.
That video went well, then she went back to regular posting. But she wanted that taste of fame, so she went right back to that formula, and since this day has been posting conspiracy theories. That was, of course, until today when she was like, "Hey Meta, where do mermaids come from?"
Hey Meta, do you believe in mermaids?
And before y'all try to come at me in the comments to be like, "Oh, you just hating because you didn't get that deal," well, yeah, I got it too. But unlike Sienna, I'm a person of integrity, so I turned them down. So yeah, this is my driver.
Yo, she got burned. Hey, a lot of people been hitting me up about that, man. They've been unfollowing her, man. Like, it's a, boy, you got one time, boy, they gonna unfollow your ass. It's gonna be over for you. But I kind of feel it, though. I be telling y'all all the time, man. All money ain't good money. And they do, man. Like, most of the most diabolical companies, I'm talking about the ones that we supposed to be boycotting. I ain't gonna say no names, but the largest companies hit me up all the time to push their toxic chemical drinks and everything, bro. And I do not bite on it. You can't, man. Y'all haven't seen me advertise anything. If I feel like it's gonna be some poison for my community or something like that, and then they give me coupon codes to sell y'all out, like, oh, you're gonna get 30-40% off to take this goddamn microplastics in this. I ain't gonna say what company, but y'all, you get what I'm saying. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy world. All money ain't good money, man. I would not sell y'all out. This is my driver, though. She done fucked up, didn't she? Damn, I liked her too.
You need help, gang?
Damn, man. Look, now I gotta break up with her because y'all broke up with her. Damn, man. I don't want to set trip. Damn, this is my driver. Yeah, ain't gonna cook me like that. Hey, I gotta break up with you.
Epstein was the most recent operator in a networked abuse system that goes back hundreds of years. In 1989, an unemployed Belgian electrician named Marc Dutroux was convicted of kidnapping and raping 5 young girls. He served only 3 years of a 13-year sentence. After his release, he did it again. This time, he took 6 more girls aged 8 to 19, and he held them in a soundproof dungeon he built below one of his 7 properties which he purchased without a job. This time, it became a national scandal because he was credibly accused.
Keywords: without a job. Where is he getting the funds from? Come on, man, to go deep.
Accused of supplying girls to Belgian politicians, judges, and police officials. Once again, the investigation was stopped, and his files went missing inside of government facilities. And more than 20 witnesses died under strange circumstances like suicides, car crashes, and sudden illnesses. The official story is that he was a lone predator with a few accomplices. You can also look back to 1987, where the police arrested 2 well-dressed men in Tallahassee, Florida, who were traveling with 6 children who they did not know. The kids were starving and filthy, and the men belonged to a secret cult called the Finders in Washington, D.C., which was started by a former U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant named Marion Petit, who also worked for the CIA. The investigators searched the group's properties in D.C., and they found exactly what you would expect, in addition to ritual abuse material. The investigation was stopped when they were told that the case was an internal CIA matter. You can go back even further and you'll find the case of Gilles de Rais in 1440, who was a French nobleman and a friend of the king that turned to occult rituals to regain a fortune that he had lost. It ended with several hundred children dead, and they were mostly boys who were kidnapped from the countryside and used in these rituals. He was eventually arrested by the church, not the king, and no one in the royal court was ever arrested. There is also the case of Catherine Dechet, again out of France, who is running a poisoning ring and secret black mass rituals involving infants. Again, she was arrested, but the case was shut down and the files were ordered to be burned as soon as the investigation got close to the King's Court. We only know about this case because the investigator secretly kept his own copies. All of these crimes and criminal networks share the same fingerprint. They're all shut down and suppressed as soon as they reach the people up top. If you want to learn more, I have a documentary on YouTube decoding the occult and religious symbols on Jeffrey Epstein's properties and connecting them to several of the cases that I covered here.
There's just no way I'm moving on from 71 Jewish girls found in the underground tunnel. Hello? Nah, something ain't adding up, son. They was in a sewer, but none of them dirty. All they shoes clean as fuck. And all of them together, not one person was, and it's not like they called the cops. They got caught. And somebody in the restaurant was like, bro, what the fuck? Do you hear kids underground? Like, what are they talking about? And he look over out the Clyde peroxide. They coming up from a manhole. It's just, we're going to hand them right back to the people that let them go missing? Look, they smiling and laughing. It's like, I thought y'all was missing.
In the office, when we heard kids chattering, where is that coming from?
What he found was astonishing. Dozens of young girls climbing out of a drain where a creek runs under in the courtyard behind his restaurant.
So sure enough, we came back here into the patio, looked here, and it was filling up with kids.
I'm sorry, but y'all are not Ninja Turtles. You are not training with Master Splinter. We need some answers. You cannot just be spawning in from underground. That's not normal. It sounded like they was moving, grooving, vibing, sliding underground by choice. They was not scared. They was not missing. They just got caught in some fucking tunnels. And as always, this whole little own police force, own hospital, that's fucking weird and not a normal thing, especially in the U.S. society. And why are they hovering around on walkie-talkies? What the fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Oh shit, they got caught in the fucking tunnels. They got caught in the fucking tunnels. What y'all got down there? I'm sorry, I think you got like a whole little, little mini society. I must got tables, a whole fucking life. And you see how like real normal cops are pissed. Man, y'all niggas is fucking up the investigation. But that's the thing. There should be an investigation. Any other religion. If there was a group of 71 of them underground, nigga, it's up. What are you talking? It is up. Can you imagine 71 Muslims found underground? Nigga, that shit would be excavated right now. And this story about just, move on like nothing happened. Nah, nigga. What the fuck were they doing underground? No dirt. I need answers, my nigga. That's not what sewers look like. It be real Mephistophelian down there. Nasty. And it's like, it's summer. What the fuck is this, summer camp? Exploring the tunnels? With your favorite synagogue? Nah, son. I got a lot of questions, bro. And not enough answers. And Detective LJ, I guess, gonna have to get on the fucking case. I'm about to fly over to fucking NEAC. Muncie, New York. What's going on, son? I'm always for a cool little secret room. You know what I'm saying? But y'all clearly got a fucking obsession with underground tunnel shit. Like everything with y'all somehow lead to underground. I don't get it. You don't forget. Ever since this video, people started being like, wait a second. They really just be underground. And that dude that had that tweet, like, man, I can hear people speaking Yiddish, was not capping. What you running and hiding for? And we never gonna forget the soiled fucking bed.
Oliver Tree is dead at 32, and there are already conspiracy theories circulating online just hours after his death. You can see the incident here. Oliver Tree is dead at 32 in a freak helicopter collision that happened in Brazil today. There's a lot of interesting stuff around this that I'm about to show you in a moment here. And there are some very interesting things that he was saying and doing before his death, so you want to make sure you stick around to the end. So first, Oliver Tree decided to leave Atlantic Records just a couple months ago.
Parting ways with Atlantic Records. Behind the scenes has been nothing short of a nightmare. I have no marketing budgets for music videos, no digital ad spend.
Who else did we hear speaking out against record labels or producers before they died?
Atlantic Records, and they don't seem to
Michael Jackson rings a bell.
I've gotten no support that's possible. I've made them tens of millions of dollars, but they don't remember that. So
Oliver Tree decided to end his business relationship with Atlantic Records just a couple months ago, and I think there might be a lot more going on here, and I'll show you why in just a minute. And this is the strangest and most interesting thing about all of this. Oliver Tree recorded these two skits on March 27th and June 1st. You gotta check them out.
Hey, girl. Hey, little girl.
The imagery, right? The pizza.
This is so bad that it's gonna be serious. I know. Policía. What do you want, amigo? Mr. Pizza le está dando dulces a mi amiga Katie. Pizza? What kind of pizza? ¿Qué? Pineapple? Margarita? No. Broccoli jalapeno popper anchovy deluxe? Eso existe. Oh yeah, you gotta try it. Pepperoni? Sí. That's the worst kind of pizza.
We know what that's code for. He looks like a predator of a child. And then they posted this skit on Instagram just a couple weeks ago. Definitely sending a message here.
Oh, he's not going to jail. Judge Pizza's never put one of his own behind bars. He's innocent. What?
Guys, this literally happened 2 weeks ago. He was sending a blatant message about the code word with pizza, the corruption in the American court system, and how we just saw all of these Epstein files released implicating all these people and nobody has been brought to justice. There is no way you can tell me that there wasn't more to what happened today. Make sure you follow me for more and be blessed.
You notice how you said the Chud too? Y'all know Chud the Builder, all the other stuff, and all the copycats, and all of these people trying to provoke us. And it's crazy, man, because they want us out here marching, they want us out here angry so they could send us to jail. They're low on bodies and putting people into jail. You see how they speak about people in the court system? Like, we need you because you are a resource for us. We make money off of you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't fall for the traps. Don't nobody fall for the traps on each side. It's dumb. Once y'all start understanding that they want everybody to be up in arms and fighting each other instead of them, it's crazy. You know, you're a crazy person. And that's what a lot of us are starting to realize. You are the problem. If you want to fight a different group of people just because of subtle differences and stuff like that, then you become that problem. A lot of people say they want to raise their vibrations, but you're not going to be able to do that when you have hate in your heart. Weigh your heart on a scale of what, whatever, and is your heart heavier than that feather? Of course, a lot of y'all hearts is going to be heavier than that because you're running around with a lot of hate in your heart. And that's as real. That's as real as it gets. And you got to look yourself in the mirror and decide like where you want to be. Let that shit go. You'll feel a lot better in life. You know what I'm saying? We can all vibe and we can get the real problems out of here if we work together. And that's what they don't want us to be focused on. We're realizing ourselves. We're realizing that we're pure consciousness and that we can control this together. When you're working by yourself, you get single.
I keep telling y'all, stop going to these beaches at night thinking that mermaids ain't real. If you don't think mermaids are real, jump down a rabbit hole. Go into the Book of Enoch and see what it says about mermaids. So it's a video going viral where this woman is saying that her and her husband was on a beach. This woman walked up to them, asked them if they wanted her to take a picture of them. They declined. Then out of nowhere, she disappears and winds up in the water. And while she's in the water, they start recording her. But that's not even the crazy part. They said that when she walked away, she had fish in each of her hands. But it gets much crazier than that because they kept recording and she kept walking. And then all of a sudden, they didn't see her anymore. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Here go the video. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. Educational purposes only.
She comes up to us, asks us if she wants us to take a
Listen.
picture of us. And then and she disappears in the ocean with two dead things hanging from each side of her. I have to stay and watch out. You see how it goes?
What is that walking in the water?
But I sure wouldn't have ran after her. Look, it ain't shallow. It ain't deep.
Maybe she was just going for a swim, right? Maybe she just went out there and started swimming. Now, I'm not saying that that was what people were saying it was in the comments. But all I'm saying is that video was almost 6 minutes long. I need you to keep that in mind. That lady walked all the way out, apparently went underwater. The lady kept filming. What happened to that lady? Now, she could have swam away. She could be a regular person, but I want to know what you think happened to that lady. I'm out.
Comes up to us, asks us if she wants us to take a picture of us, and she disappears in the ocean with two dead things hanging from each side of her. I have to stay and watch out. You see out there. If I start looking right after her. Look, it ain't shallow. It ain't deep. She's hardly the other ankles. She's far out there. And she's by herself. It's not very small. Well, I mean, they must know this water. Do you know? Jeremy. And you don't know the water. You don't know. She's standing up. She's in like the lower grade of the coast. Jeremy. Is she coming back yet? That was very, very bad. Jeremy, somebody told me it's a mermaid. Just wait a minute. Are you serious, Tim? What does she have in her hand? A dead fish? Did she go under? Jerry, she's gone. Jeremy. Jeremy, she's gone. Jeremy, she's gone. Jeremy, she's gone. That was the weirdest thing in the world. Jeremy, I'm videotaping her. No, don't walk in front of my camera. So I am the one who posted the video last week of what happened here at Hilton Head with the lady walking into the ocean with the dead fish and disappearing and not coming back out. People want to ask why we didn't call the cops, why we didn't do anything to help her. Well, let me tell you something. If you're standing at the ocean, we're here on work and we don't see the ocean. So we wanted to come and see it. And we were standing here right where we are right now in the exact same spot. And this lady came from behind us, as all we heard was, can I take your picture? Do you want me to take your picture? Can I take your picture? And I was like, no. And she just kept walking in the water with a dead bloody fish on each side, carrying them in her arms. And I wear glasses, but I left them in the car, and I was like, I can't believe what I was seeing. So I was just videotaping just like this, just like I am now. This is not AI. And I watched her walk out there and disappear, and then I videotaped it for like 6 minutes afterwards, and she never reappeared. So I do have another update, but I'm trying to get so many likes now and views. This is my first time ever doing this TikTok, and it did go viral. But the police were contacted, and they said that there's nobody reported missing in this area. So, like I said, it was a full moon, and tonight you can see how dark it is. You can't really see anything. I think this is all strange. And the reason why I didn't go help her, why would I go help somebody who clearly knew what they were coming down here to do? And I'm not going to risk my life. Anybody that goes in the ocean with bloody fish, especially even at nighttime, you're shark bait. So, like I said, give me some likes and some more views, and then I'll update an actual video. Have a good night.
You know what though? I sat here and listened to that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I think that was pretty much AI. Just my opinion. Because did y'all hear how she was speaking about it? If I get so many likes, so many views, she was focused on the likes and the views more than the actual person's life. See how much she disregarded the person or whatever it is that was in the video walking into the water. It's like she didn't care at all. But she cared more about the likes and the views and getting some views because, oh, this is going viral and all this other stuff. It's crazy. Outright diabolical. I don't believe you. I'm never gonna click on one of her videos again. I'm never gonna put it in my compilation ever again. This is, what do y'all think about it in the comments down below? I have my opinion. Y'all put your opinion down too.
No, y'all never heard me say this before, but bro, something's going down in Cleveland, Ohio. Bullshit, you not. Cleveland, is everything okay at home? Absolutely not, right? Over the wintertime, Cleveland wasn't even chilling, okay? Over the wintertime, they were hearing horns and flutes and music and shit. No one knew where it was coming from. This time last year in Cleveland at the fucking airport, they were hearing what they thought was Lucifer over the loudspeaker in the middle of the airport. And then to top it all off, 2 days ago, a deer with a 45-inch bust down. I'm not joking, okay? Cleveland is a pocket dimension inside of a wormhole. Because right now, the Galactic War is popping the fuck off right in Cleveland. It's like Mardi Gras.
Hey, way up in Cleveland, Ohio, it's been hot all day. And then all out of nowhere, the sky just turned like this. And then there's these weird lights over there, like, yo, there's no like, what the, why is it like changing colors? There's no like building with lights that go up into the sky over there. Y'all see that it's like yellow and green and red? Hey yo, and then the constant lightning, like what, like, this don't never have, we ain't never ever had nothing like this before.
Absolutely motherfucking stunning. Listen, that's what we like to call proof. That's what we like to call proof. Purple lightning. I got pictures I'm gonna show y'all from Cleveland. People were outside. They were taking pictures of this shit. It was silent. It was silent. But you just see all this activity. That is what we like to call proof. Now, in a couple days, I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all have symptoms, okay? If you guys are feeling sick, if you guys are feeling nauseous, headaches, can't eat, can't sleep, having weird dreams, if your animals are acting weird, because that right, what the hell is going on with my Xbox? See, fucking with Cleveland. But do it again. I dare you. Are you kidding me? Anyway, someone in the comment section of that video from Cleveland, like I said, it was 2 days ago, and someone also said that they seen the same exact thing in Maryland. We got to start keeping track of all this shit again. Y'all let me know what y'all are seeing, the lights and the purple lightning. To me, there's cloaked ships behind them clouds. And y'all know it. When the clouds start looking like fucking clumps of mashed potatoes or the inside stuffing of pillows, it's like, remember how when we were kids, we used to draw clouds and they looked like marshmallows? When the clouds start looking like that, they're fake. They're holograms because there's ships parked behind them. That's what those lights mean, okay? Okay. When we start hearing the boom booming and the bang banging and the tang tanging, that's when we know that they're battling. That's how we know. And we also know when we see and hear the meteors break the sound barrier. It's saying my batteries are low. I'm not in the mood to change them, okay? Anyway, Cleveland, let's fucking go.
Seen the same thing in Arizona in the clouds. Seen the same things. It wasn't coming from the ground. It was within the clouds. No light was emanating from the ground. You couldn't see any of that. And mind you, I'm in a skyscraper. I can see everything from where I'm at. No lights emanating from the ground going into the clouds, and they were within the clouds, and it was silent too. The cloud was moving pretty fast. Kind of think it was cloaked.
They are simply telling us to our face, if you don't hear it, it's because you choose not to. Listen to this.
There's a cognizance, I believe, within the intelligence community, particularly CIA, that there are humans among us that might be more extraterrestrial than human. And how do you identify them? That could be a major factor in why we're interested in that. And there's also the, I guess you would call contact tracing of like who's who. Right. And So what they did reveal that there was an interest in certain families.
How would you understand families?
I understand families to mean bloodlines.
Right.
That they were interested in certain bloodlines going back to
ancient times.
Who knows? Ancient times.
Did they mention other heritages around the planet that through this marker?
I was specifically told that the Cherokee heritage, the Cherokee Nation, had something to do with the phenomenon. And furthermore, that it has something to do with perhaps even the actual existence of Atlantis. That they may have been survivors of Atlantis.
Looks like we have our reason on what he was actually searching for. Cherokee, huh? I mean, this would explain a lot. They've been searching. This is not new. Just new to us. Atlanteans? That's why they was looking for America, huh? That's why the old structures can't be recreated. Temporary mind. Just kidding, y'all. This video is only for entertainment purposes. But make sure to like and comment and let me know your thoughts.
Y'all picked up on my message. You picked up on my message. I ain't gonna explain it too much because they are looking for you. But it's a reason why they wanna, you know, try to tell you and move you away from who you are and want to try to gaslight you. Like, you're not that, but we can show you with records who we are. And I hate when a lot of people try to tell us where we come from. There's chocolate people on every continent, every last one, right? Indigenous tribes on every last one, but you're telling me the United States didn't have one. Okay, all right, cool. This is diabolical, but we can show you a record, so stop playing with us. We do have, and some of us are integrated. We do have family from, you know, over the seas and stuff like that. Yeah, people used to travel here. We used to trade with these people all the time, so it's only right that we would marry and we would intermingle and stuff like that, have a good time, you know. Everybody was clapping cheeks around the planet. But y'all gotta stop trying to tell people where they come from, because you're wrong. Just because you have a skewed perspective of where you come from because somebody that didn't have your best interest in mind told you where you were from, don't mean that you can gaslight us and tell us where we're from. It's diabolical. But, you know, we're all people on this planet. We share this rock together. Let's have a good time. Let's rock out. Stop trying to tell people who they are and where they from. You know what I'm saying? Let them figure it out for themselves, and stop trying to dominate the conversation about who we are, because you don't know who you are. And y'all be figuring that out pretty soon. Like I said, man, the side that you should pick is just raising your vibrations, getting through all the bullshit, and, you know, just getting along and start creating again. That's what I implore everybody to do. You know, we are getting a little older on this planet. I am too. Now, I don't know if y'all can see, bro, I've been doing a lot of work. I've been changing too, and I can tell by the comments on the channel, y'all been changing as well. And I'm talking about the better for yourself, you know, getting out your own way, because I am guilty of that too, being in my own way, being emotionally charged all the time. I was like, bro, I got a lot of energy in me, and sometimes I just be, you know what I'm saying? How many of y'all like that? I'm the person, I don't even take naps, really. I don't. That's rare. I'm usually always doing something, always creating something, always just, you know, researching, reading, watching videos on something that I'm interested in, trying to accomplish something. That's just what I do. But sometimes I have to find that balance where I chill and I find time to do other things. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to find that better version of myself, and I'm gonna continue to mold myself into the person that I want to be. And I'm happy that others are doing that too. Be the person that you want to be, but try to be that better version of yourself, not the worst. That's the end of my message. But look, man, hopefully y'all appreciated this video. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, man. I love y'all. Y'all showing love from everywhere around the world, and this is the best place you can possibly be with the people that we have here on this channel. But look, like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys from all across the world. I'll see y'all in the next video, and I'm out though. Blah.